Hey, you guys, it's been a long time. It is me, Shaniqua, your master brand story coach, and I'm coming to you to talk to you about fall. Y'all, it is a new season, and there are literally just 100 days left to this year. And so, what we're going to talk about is what we need to be doing in this last few weeks of the 2019 year. Hey, Krista. All right, so please forgive my voice. We're a little strange tonight. I don't know what's going on, but I want to talk about some of these key points that hit on the fact that it's a new season. Okay, so let me start off with a couple of stories real quick. And the first one is about my van. So you may not know this, but on Thursday of last week, something happened where I ended up with a stripped tire on the side of the road. And there was this loud noise that sounded like an 18-wheeler was barreling down on me, and it turned out to actually be coming from my car. Well, I got a ride to work, and then when I came back to pick up the car, that noise was still there, and we were able to drive it home, did the whole donut thing, so we got home. And then when we went to go get a new tire, we found out that while my car was on the side of the road, somebody stole the muffler. Yes, the muffler. And so this van, which did a really good job of getting me from Miami to Atlanta, a van that I bought in 2015, which was new to me, but it was definitely old because it was a 2006 van. That van was about to cost a lot more money. And I realized that this past weekend that it was time to let it go. And so I did not know, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the seasons were actually changing, because up until then, season still looked hot. It was still in the 90s. It was still doing its thing. But this morning, this is the part 2 of the story. This morning, when I woke up, it was dark. And I woke up just shortly before 7 o'clock. Now, y'all, I have been using the sun all school year to wake me up in time to get to work. Well, this morning, like I said, I woke up and it was dark. I was discombobulated. My phone was dead. I'm asking my son, I was like, yo, what time is it? What time is it? And he's like, it's 6:50 or 6:40 something. And I'm like, oh my God, why is it so dark? And so the point of these stories are that today is the beginning of fall. It is literally the beginning of a new season. And so if you were holding on to something from last season, but it was costing you more trouble than it's been worth lately. Like, it was good for getting you from point A to point B. It was good for that season and time that it was there for. But now you're in a new season, and it's the season of letting go. See, the thing about fall is that this is when all the trees start turning and becoming more beautiful, but at the same time, they start letting go of those things that no longer serve them. You see, during the spring and during the summer, there's plenty of sun, and so all the green leaves soak up all the chlorophyll and become lush and blooming. But at some point, the seasons change, and at some point, the time comes when nothing no longer serves the purpose that it used to serve, because that tree has outgrown it. And so it's time to let go. And letting go is a hard thing to do. As I said, with fall, the leaves start turning. We don't just drop them right away. They have to literally have a slow death for the trees to let them go. And unless there's a big wind, unless there's some sudden change that will shake those trees off, shake the leaves off the trees. Now, some of us have entered the season of letting go. Some of us are holding on to the point where things are dying, literally dying. It could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a job, it could be a dream that is not necessarily a dream that serves its purpose anymore. It got you where it needed to go. It got you where you needed to go. But now it's time to let it go. And so we don't want to hold on to these things past their beauty, past the color, past their purpose, past what they are here to do. Because when we do that, we're holding on to things that are dying and we are no longer growing ourselves. So now in the season of fall, it is the time to let those things go. So assess your life and figure out what that is. For me, that is my van. I've got to let it go. It's costing me too much money. It no longer serves a purpose. And at this time, I've outgrown it. I have literally outgrown it. And so as we enter into this fall season, the other things that we're letting go are those things that we got used to. Because as I said, I was relying on the sun. I was relying on this light, this clearness to find my way to waking up and doing things like going to work on time. But now, literally, the day it turned fall, it's dark outside at a time when I was relying on the light. And so what happened is that I was lost. I didn't know where I was. I didn't understand like how it was dark and how it is that it was the time that it was. And in that confusion, what happened is I was late. I almost missed my call to get to work on time. And so as you enter the season of fall, as you enter this period where it might be dark, and that doesn't mean that things aren't working in your favor. What that means is you've got to stop relying on the old things and start creating habits, newer habits that are going to get you to being awake and alert at the right time. And so in this new season, with these 100 days left, what is it that you are going to let go? Old habits, relationships, jobs, friendships, dreams, should haves, could haves. Which one of those things are you going to be letting go in this new season? It's time for those things to fall away. Otherwise, you're just going to be holding on to them until they're dead. And then what? You really can't do anything with that. And if you wait until they're dead, all it becomes is a bigger mess to clean up, right? So what are you going to do for your next 100 days? What is going to fall away? Because you have to make room for that newness. And again, don't mistake the dark, the silence for nothing. Don't mistake it for being something that says it's not time. That's not what's happening. What is happening is now you have to rely on new things. Now you have to create new habits. Now you have to step into being a little bit more mature and making sure your phone is charged so that you do not miss your wake-up call. All right? So that's all I got for you today. Use these next 100 days wisely because 2019 is flying. Thank God. But still, it's flying. And so don't get caught holding on to things that are dead and don't get caught to holding on to things that are dying. Let them go. Let them be beautiful on their own. The season is over. They're no longer serving you. It's time for you to actually step up and serve yourself. Get ready for the new season, guys. Fall into what's waiting for you. Y'all, be blessed, be dope. See you on the other side.